It was one of those Hollywood romances that seemed too good to be true. And maybe it was. After nearly 30 years of marriage, 2 children, countless red carpets, and a shared life away from the glitz and the gossip, Hugh Jackman and Deborra-Lee Furness stunned the world in 2023 with the news of their separation. Now, months later, with the ink still drying on their divorce papers, Deborra-Lee is breaking her silence in a raw, emotional, and revealing statement that exposes just how deep the heartbreak goes. And it begins with one word that echoes louder than any headline: betrayal. My heart and compassion goes out to everyone who has traversed the traumatic journey of betrayal. The 69-year-old Australian actress shared in a powerful statement, first published by the Daily Mail and People on Tuesday, May 27th. Furness, long known not just as Hugh Jackman's wife, but as a respected producer, actress, and philanthropist in her own right, didn't hold back. This wasn't a tabloid soundbite. This was the quiet roar of a woman who's been to the emotional brink and is finally finding her voice. It's a profound wound that cuts deep, she continued, reflecting on the collapse of a marriage that began in 1996. Long before Jackman was Wolverine, and long before Hollywood knew their names as a power couple. Their romance had a kind of old-school charm. It wasn't flashy or fame-hungry. They were private, grounded, and united. Or so it seemed. Their 27-year journey together, which began on the set of the Australian TV series Corelli, was often cited as a rare example of true love in the land of fleeting fame. But behind the smiles, Furness now admits the pain was real. Very real. I believe in a higher power, she said. Whether you call it God or the universe, whatever you relate to as your guidance, it is always working for us. This belief has helped me navigate the breakdown of an almost 3-decade marriage. It's the kind of heartbreak that could level anyone, especially when that heartbreak is watched and dissected by millions. Yet, in true Deborra-Lee form, there is wisdom laced in the wounds. She's choosing resilience over rage, clarity over chaos. Even when we are presented with apparent adversity, she shared, it is leading us to our greatest good, our true purpose. It can hurt, but in the long run, returning to yourself and living within your own integrity, values, and boundaries is liberation and freedom. The word betrayal looms large, but Furness isn't pointing fingers. Instead, she's turning inward, focusing on self-healing, growth, and what comes next. The one thing I've learned, she said with striking honesty, is that none of this is personal. We are all on our individual journeys. That perspective doesn't come easy, not when your marriage is making headlines, and not when your ex-husband is suddenly seen publicly holding hands with another woman, one who was once a close colleague. In early January, paparazzi cameras caught Hugh Jackman walking hand in hand with none other than his Music Man co-star, Sutton Foster, during what appeared to be a relaxed, laughter-filled evening in Santa Monica. The pair strolled casually, seemingly unbothered by the world around them. While no official confirmation of a romantic relationship has been made, the images spoke volumes and sent the gossip mills into overdrive. Not long after, Foster herself finalized her own divorce from screenwriter husband Ted Griffin after a decade of marriage. Foster, 50, later spoke about Jackman during an appearance at the 2024 Drama Desk Awards, calling him one of the greatest guys ever and an incredible co-star. She added that working opposite him on The Music Man was joyful, and the time of my life. That final note, that phrase, it might be the most powerful line of all. Grateful after betrayal. Grateful after heartbreak. Grateful after losing not just a partner, but a shared past. It's a perspective not often seen in Hollywood's messy breakups. For now, Hugh Jackman remains publicly silent on Furness's remarks. His next big screen appearance in Deadpool and Wolverine is expected to dominate the summer box office. Fans are gearing up to see him back in the claws of Logan. But behind the muscle and Marvel bravado, There's a man quietly navigating the fallout of a very real, very personal loss. As for Deborra-Lee Furness, she's stepping into a new chapter, one defined not by who she married, but by who she's become. And if her recent words are any indication, she's not just surviving, she's rising.